Hey everyone, Pastor George here with a Mailbag Friday, and today we have a question from Joan. And Joan asks the question, do people that pass on and are with Jesus, do they see what is going on with family members? And also, what is the possibility of them praying for them? I think she means us, like their family members on earth. So what is the possibility of them praying for their family members on earth? Good question, Joan. I mean, I think this is a question that a lot of people have always wondered about and ask about, right? This is something that anyone who believes in anything sort of an afterlife wonders if people beyond this world can see us, right? And the honest answer is that we really don't know. The Bible is not very clear on this topic, or it is by not mentioning it, I guess, if you want to take my perspective on it. So my perspective is that some people are, but it's a very select group. The only people that have ever been really mentioned in the New Testament of being able to see things that are happening down on earth are martyrs in Revelation who get to be resurrected before everyone else. And they look at God and they ask him, like, how long is it going to take until you bring justice, right? That's kind of the thing. If there is some way that our loved ones can see us beyond from heaven, it is with perfected vision, right? It's with this idea that God has granted them perfected vision. And it's in Hebrews where, like, once you have assumed, once you understand who God is, God grants you a perfect understanding of the world. And so they would understand everything that is happening to us through God's perspective, not like their own individual ones that were here on earth, right? With a lot of understanding and stuff like that. I think a lot of people get a lot of comfort from thinking about their family members looking down on them from earth. And I don't want to really take that away from anyone, but I do want to say that it isn't really found in Scripture. The closest we can get to it is the thing I mentioned in Revelation, if they happen to be martyrs, or in Hebrews, which we talked about in my Bible study, where we talked about the race being surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses. Some people think that means that they are watching us and watching us run the race. I tend to believe that that's more our perspective looking back on them, seeing their faith and helping that to move us forward, right? And not just, family members, but all Christians at all times. Can Paul look down and see us, right? Can Jonathan Edwards or Martin Luther or Zwingli look down and see us? It's not really clear. My guess and my take is no, they can't. They're either too busy worshiping God, or if they can, then they are seeing things with God's eyes. I think, though, what this has led to, and I think your second question alludes to this, is this idea that we end up kind of making it really sentimental, and we can end up using these type of thinking to turn our eyes away from God and towards our family members. I do think this is one of the places that the groups that kind of pray to saints and pray to Mary end up running into trouble, right? Because they end up taking away this type of understanding that we should really only be praying to Jesus and instead praying to our family members or to these other people in the past that we can closer relate to than Jesus or God. And I think that really can be detrimental for people's faith. And so I would not spend too much time worrying about where or whether or not people can see us from beyond, because the only person whose perspective really matters seeing us is God's perspective, right? And so that's kind of the thing where I go with this it's possible, but it's not really said. And so I wouldn't wouldn't worry about, waste is a strong word. I don't mean that. I wouldn't worry about what our family members who have accepted Jesus and are with him see. They either, if they do see us, they see everything through God's eyes and want to point all glory to him, or they cannot see us, and God alone is the one watching over us. Both of these things should give us extreme comfort, knowing that we have the God of the universe caring so deeply for us and watching over us all the time. So I hope that answers your question, Joan. I know you have another one in the pipeline, which I'll get to at some point. Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you all virtually on Sunday. Peace out.